What's up, guys? Welcome to Blue Presents a podcast where I discuss all things music and how it affects my life. And today on my show, I am talking about my top songs of 2021 so far that I think are just absolutely amazing songs. Some bands have put out some amazing tracks. Some bands have put out some amazing reimagined versions of their songs, and I really would love to talk about them. But before we get started, if you'd like to be a guest on my show or you'd have a show idea, hit me up on Facebook at Blue Presents a Podcast, Instagram and Twitter at Podcast of Blue. Very, very, very excited to get back into the swing of things when it comes to doing shows. I have an interview lined up next week that I'm really, really very excited about and can't wait to announce to you guys my next guest coming up. But before we get started, man, I just want to say thank you to everybody who continues to listen. Thank you to everybody who continues to support me. And yeah, that like I said, just very, very thankful, very appreciative, and I can't wait to show you some new things coming out soon. Thanks, guys.
My name is AJ Pelletier, and I'm here to talk to you about my podcast, The Roads We've Traveled. It's a bi-weekly podcast where every episode I interview guests about their lives, their upbringings.
My father was, your stereotypical Irish drunk.
Their mental health.
Like serious depression, very bad anxiety. I can look, as a kid, I can see where it showed up.
And whatever else they have going on in their lives. It's a heartfelt show where we share intimate details about our lives, our joys, our struggles, and our passions. And we like to have some laughs along the way, too.
I don't want to hear from you.
Are you wearing a scarf?
Oh my God!
I love it. I love it. You have no idea how funny that is, AJ.
We all have our own struggles and battles we deal with. My show is to help you out and show you that you are never alone. So why don't you take this journey with us? Subscribe to us and tell a friend. We are available on all major podcast networks, and we're also available on YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Let's hit the road together.
All right, guys, let's jump right into it, man. And so real quick, just kind of give you guys a concept of what I'm thinking here. These are my top songs so far, and I really, really enjoy them. They're great songs. They're in no particular order, so don't take it as, oh, he put this number one, he put this number two. It's really not that kind of list. It's just trying to show you some artists and some songs that you should really take a look at, man. There's some really, really kick-ass artists here, some usual suspects that I have, as well as some other people that I think you should be checking out, man. And we're gonna get right into the list and start with a friend of the show's new project, Never Enough. Shout out to my boy Nick Bailey, man. He has been so instrumental in a lot of Blue Presents a Podcast, as well as doing the logo and as well as helping me with my side project Misery Chord. So shout out to Nick Bailey. But this isn't just, hey, Nick Bailey's awesome and he does awesome work. Nick Bailey actually puts out really fucking awesome music, man, and you should check out his song Into the Blur. It's a dark poppy vibe, man, that really has an extremely catchy chorus, and I really think this is for fans of people who really enjoy bands like Dayseeker, and it almost has that Linkin Park feel to it as well, which I know Nick is heavily inspired by Linkin Park, and it definitely shows. It's a great song, man, so check it out, Never Enough, Into the Blur. The next band I'm going to talk about is the usual suspect on my list. I've had them several times, and it's Spirit Box. Circle With Me, man. Great kick-ass poppy metalcore song, man. There's so many things about what this band is doing currently that just makes me excited about music going forward, as well as Courtney and the gang are just strong musicians, strong songwriters, and a lot of what they do just makes the music feel epic. And to be honest with you, I think this is my band for 2021. In the sense that I think this is the best band doing it right now. They've got so much going on, and it shows the tour package that they're currently on with Limp Bizkit, which just sounds an amazing, great tour. And I think this is very exciting that a band like Limp Bizkit, who's been around for a long time, recognizes the talent and skill of a younger up-and-coming band like Spirit Box. So this is just a perfect combination to me. So yeah, Spirit Box, circle with me, guys. The next band I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite bands, I would have to say, of the last about 10 years. And it's Dayseeker's Burial Plot Reimagining, featuring the vocalist. I'm going to say this and I hope I don't get this wrong, Seneca. I hope that's correct. I do apologize if I butchered her name. But it's a rework of an already just beautiful and painful song. Lyrics touch on so many different things about the end of a relationship and realizing that it's coming to its end. Rory and Seneca, hopefully I said that right, their vocals kind of complement each other, and they do just a fantastic job of bringing more emotion to an already emotional song. And I can't wait to see some more reimaginings. I know that they got another one that they just put up, and I'm gonna have to check that out. But so far, this has been a song that I really, really thought I couldn't love anymore, and finding myself loving even more in the reimagined version, which Dayseeker does an extremely, extremely, extremely amazing job at reworking some of their songs. I would suggest, if you haven't heard any of their, if you're a fan of what they already do, check them out. But if you're kind of on the fence and you don't know, check out some of their reimagines. They might just be right up your alley. They go from everything to like an EDM style rework, acoustic versions, and even more like a pop synth version. Like there's even one that kind of almost sounds like a trap beat, and it's really, really good. So Dayseeker Burial Plot reimagined version. My next song is another reimagined, and it's from the band Archers. And Archers has this amazing song called Making Eyes. Kind of one of those songs that kind of explains, you know, when someone's kind of staring you down, if you will, giving you a particular look that would suggest that they're interested in more than just staring at you. We'll leave that to your own imagination, as you will. But it also features Dakota Alvarez of the band Hollowfront, who is just an absolute beast when it comes to the singing vocals. I remember him from the band Elan Vital, which I believe he's still doing as a side project. Another great vocalist if you want to check something out. But I know his primary band is Hollowfront, and he does an amazing job with that band as well. The other thing too is shout out to Nate Pulley, who's the vocalist, and just being one of my favorite big guys who just do amazing screaming vocals as well as singing vocals, and he really shines as a singer. This reimagined version as well shows his ability to be a great vocalist, as well as it shows him and Dakota really blending things together to just make this song pop, be catchy, and just be something that I can't stop listening to. The next band, I'm kind of cheating, and instead of one song, I picked two songs, because right now these guys are what I'm calling probably the best band in my mind, that's doing a particularly different style, meshing what I guess they were calling new wave with metalcore. The thing for me with this band is the aesthetic that they're giving with every video they put out, and that band is Dreamwake, and the songs are Night Rider / Luna. Both of these songs, man, have big, beautiful choruses as well as punchy riffs. The video visuals are just giving you something that feels like out of the 80s, almost video game, with the neon colors. And their vocalist, Bobby, just provides an amazing singing parts as well as brutal, harsh vocals that just kind of work so well together. I remember me and my wife went and saw these guys, or rather we saw Bobby when he was in the band In Honor Of, and I just remember hearing his vocals and thinking, who the hell is that on stage? And was very, very excited to see his transition into this project, Dreamwake. I apologize. So they released 2 singles this year, starting with Luna, which was absolutely amazing. Another song I can't stop listening to. And as of recently, the song Night Rider, which all I'm going to say is probably the most amazing thing I've ever heard with a saxophone. And if you haven't checked these guys out, check these guys out before they pop and explode and just become that band that everyone's talking about. They just do what they do amazingly between the music, between the vocals, and adding something different every time you see them, as well as, like I said before, the aesthetics, the visuals, man. They are just front and present, and they're so beautiful, man. Check these guys out. Like I said, Dreamwake, Night Rider / Luna. So my next band, I just have to say, there are times when I hear a band and realize maybe I'm not as good of a vocalist as I think I am. And it kind of makes me want to work harder to be even better. And this band is Lorna Shore, and the song is called Into the Hellfire, man. And all I'm going to say is, what a return. Will Ramos just shows you the amazing ability that comes to screaming vocals. Some people are not a huge fan of screaming vocals. Some people will say that anybody can do vocals. I assure you, when you hear this song, you cannot do any kind of vocals. Not everyone can scream. Not everyone can scream with this level of accuracy and precision, except for one other vocalist I know. Shout out to you, Devin. But seriously, there's just something about Will's vocals in this song. Now, I know a lot of people's argument about this song is that the vocals aren't turned up enough. But for me, as many times as I've heard this song, I don't know why. Maybe it's just how I'm programmed to listen to music. I can hear his vocals more present than I've ever heard in other iterations of what Lorna Shore does, man. Power, dynamic range, absolutely everything I want in a vocalist that just, you can tell, has control, has talent, has just this ability to just downright impress you in the weirdest way possible. This song also, with the music, just really scratching the surface of what this band can really, really do. Lorna Shore is already hella talented. If they didn't prove it with Immortal, I think this song is just another reason to show, even though they went through a singer change, that they're still one of those bands to be reckoned with musically, and now with Will even more vocally. And this isn't a shot at any of their past vocalists. Their past vocalists are equally as amazing vocalists. Just something about what Will did that just makes me remember him specifically on what he exactly does, man. And if you haven't checked out the music video for this, check it out, man. If you haven't heard this song, check it out. If you haven't checked out the reaction videos, which is something to behold and interesting, man, everybody has a different reaction, and you know what part I'm talking about. Don't play like you don't know what part I'm talking about, where Middle Earth splits open and fucking every orc from Middle Earth just spills out onto the floor. If you know, you know. That's it. All right, man. So my next band is a band that's been around for a while. They just keep getting better and better. And that band is Crystal Lake, and the song is Curse, man. This band, oh, man. What can I say? When it comes to international bands, besides Spirit Box, this is another band that I feel like is just making all the right moves, doing everything that you could absolutely do. And making metalcore, as much as people say it's dead, making metalcore as relevant as it possibly can be in this current moment. This song to me has all the feels, lyrically, musically. It's just beautifully written, beautifully put together, and there's a lot about this band that I just am so very, very excited to see what they do next, what type of material they put out, and just, you know, like I said, I think Rio is another great vocalist who just displays a great ability to sing, an amazing ability to scream, and do it in so many different variations, where I think people don't realize that sometimes variation can make things exciting. It's not required, and I don't think that to be a vocalist you have to have like a varying sound. But for me, I know I enjoy more vocalists who do variations and different styles and bring different things to the table. And Rio can go high, he can go hardcore, he can go metalcore, he can go low, he can go absolutely brutal, man, and just like I said, a great vocalist. But also, let's not sleep on the fact that they are writing amazing music where it almost sounds like, you know, you're listening to like a No Bragging Rights song, and then it picks up, and then there's this insane blast beat that makes no sense to anybody but to these guys, and they're just giving you so much, man. like I said, just a really, really good song. Crystal Lake, Cursed, just awesome. Now, my next song is the constant debate that I have inside me. And yeah, man, this song just proves to me more why Howard Jones needs to be back in Killswitch Engage. And the band is Scion, and the song is The Blade. This is prime fucking Howard Jones. This is him at his best. This is him at 50 years old, still showing you that he is one of the best vocalists doing it right now. Amazing chorus, amazing verses. And it's not a super long song, and I feel like it just gives you a taste of what these guys have been working on. I will say, Jared Dines, I think, is a great guitar player. Sometimes his personality in his YouTube videos and stuff like that is just kind of, a bit douchey, but to each his own, man. And obviously he's got a lot more success than I have, but I think this shows that when a vocalist of this caliber works with someone who, I guess technically people would say YouTube famous, if you will, I think it just shows how talented he really is as a guitar player and as a songwriter. This is an amazing song. Like I said, this is another reason on why I think Howard Jones should really, really be back in Killswitch Engage, because just something about the melodicness of what Howard Jones does as a singer, his ferocious screaming vocals that just still, even at this age, still kick so much fucking ass. Like I said, man, it's just hard to say anything different. And like I said, I think this is prime Howard Jones. This is exactly what you wanted from this project when they started talking about how it was going to be old school Killswitch Engage. I think it's Killswitch Engage Gent Edition, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But this is a really, really fucking awesome song. Scion, The Blade, man. And like I said, man, these songs are in no particular order, man. This is up to you. Check out some of these songs. Let me know how you feel about some of these songs. Let me know some songs you think I should be listening to, man. And just thank you so much for listening to today's shows, man. Or today's show, I apologize. Thank you once again, man, and I'll see you next time.